Now, we step into this area of, a lot of people that worry about driving traffic directly to a listing. And if it's going to give me a ton of traffic, but it doesn't convert as well, is that going to
Right,
hurt me? Right. That's a very
right,
common worry. The storefront, that doesn't happen. If they come to the storefront and then they see an interested product, they're going to click over to that product. If they clicked on the product, they're already highly intended to actually purchase. So your conversion rate's not going to have an effect. What I do suggest doing from an off Amazon approach when you're going straight to a listing, it always depends on the product line, right? Like if you sell one thing, there's not really a point in sending them to a storefront. You might as well just send them straight to the listing. But what you can also focus on is an SEO approach. It's one of the main areas I still find a lot of Amazon sellers not doing, which is focusing on SEO from an off Amazon perspective. So when you're doing a listing optimization, right, you're using your Helium 10s and your data types, and you're pulling all this data together and you're writing this perfect copy and doing all this fun stuff. And you never stop to think, you're always focused on the Amazon algorithm. You never stop to think that it's also indexable on Google. So whatever you do is also going to show up on Google. Your listing can still show up as a Google listing. So what we'll do sometimes is we'll take, our Helium 10, our Data Dive, Jungle Scout if we're using that one, and then we'll look at we're SEMrush partners and Ahrefs partners, and we'll merge all that stuff together and actually also cater to the massive search engines out there. Because what'll happen is if I can get my product to also rank well on Google, I'm going to get a lot of organic traffic from Google, and it's high intent. They're searching the same terms. I just want to make sure that I'm showing up there. So from an off Amazon perspective, I'm still going to cater to the Amazon algorithm, but there's some things that Amazon doesn't index that Google does. So I want to make sure that that's in a good spot. However, the other thing that you want to do, which I am always shocked that sellers don't do, is you can still focus on a backlinking strategy. You can still focus on a content creation strategy. We've worked with sellers before where they don't have the ability to purchase on their own website, but they have a very robust blog where they write a lot of content that's specific about their product line. And all of the links that go to products are backlinks to their own products. They're using Amazon attribution so they can track the backlinks and see what kind of sales they're getting. But they're getting the SEO benefit of that domain authority of the blog that they've created. And then they work with other blogs and other media publications to get backlinks. If they've got a high domain authority, it'll improve the page authority of your listing. So for some of your listeners, if they aren't familiar with the SEO side, a domain has a domain authority, right? It's 1 out of 100. Every SEO company has their own, like Moz has one and SEMrush has one and all that stuff, but it's all typically 1 out of 100. But then you also have a page authority. So you have the ranking of the full website, but then you have the ranking of each individual page. Obviously, Amazon is like the top, like Facebook, Google, Amazon are like the top domain authorities. But when you launch a new product, your page authority is just like any other page, but it can grow a lot quicker than any other page because you have the added benefit of the Amazon domain authority. So if you actually focus on getting backlinks to your product listing from off Amazon, you'll actually start to get a better page authority. So when people Google your product, your Amazon listing might start showing up first. And if they click on that, it's just as if they were searching on Amazon. They were intended to find a product. They found a product. There's a good chance they're going to purchase it. So you can actually start to see traffic that you're sending directly to Amazon convert just as well. It's the advertising side where you want to tread a little lightly. You don't want to run, like, social ads are notorious for it, because the issue with social ads with driving traffic directly to a listing, which it can be done, but the problem is because Amazon doesn't talk to Facebook, although I think they just released something that they're going to start doing that now, which I don't know enough about it yet, but it's out there, so someone should look into it. But as of right now, Facebook and Amazon don't talk to each other. So you don't know if someone converted if you're running a Facebook ad. So the only thing you can do is have Facebook focus on maximizing link clicks, which really means you're telling Facebook, like, drive as much traffic to this listing as possible. And sometimes that can hurt you. There's theories on, even though you've got a lot of traffic and you have a lot of engagement, if they're not converting, it hurts your organic ranking. The nice thing is like, hey, you can run that for like a month and then find out if it's hurting your organic ranking, and then you turn it off. Search ads I find to be different. Search ads, it's very specific keywords, very specific after what they're going after. It's no different than if you're to do sponsored products or something like that. That I think you're usually in a good spot. But if your product requires a lot of education or differentiation because you're in a competitive space, you're usually better off with social ads. But it's a real push and pull on, is it going to hurt your ranking or not?
Why can't you use the attribution tags for Facebook ads?
You can, and you should. But the thing
Yeah.
is that, like, so when you run Facebook ads, you have to select a conversion tracking goal, right? So purchase, landing page views, link clicks, sometimes it's just video views, like that kind of thing. Amazon doesn't tell Facebook that, hey, that click converted, right? You have to go into Amazon and you can see how your ads are doing. But outside of that, the
Facebook
only
doesn't
thing
know.
Facebook thinks, I just need to get you as many link clicks as possible. And
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
means it's going to drive a ton of traffic, which some theorize can hurt your listing.
Okay. Yeah, I understand now.